Good morning. It is Saturday, March 15th, 2025, and it's going on 9 a.m. And I told you yesterday that I was going to make a mixture of 4 spices, and I'm going to do that today. Okay, let's see here now. First, I've got cardamom, and you know what? Just to make this reproducible, I'm going to take 1/8 of a teaspoon of each spice. So there's the cardamom. Okay, now I'm going to put it in this little container here. Okay, there's, really, I realized that besides just smelling good or interesting, however you want to look at it, when you smell something that has good associations, it brings back memories. Of course, unfortunately, probably when you smell things that have bad associations, that probably brings back memories too. And nutmeg is usually used in very small amounts, but I'm going to go ahead with 1/8 of a teaspoon here also, because I just want to have, for the sake of being able to reproduce this, I want to have the same quantity of each one. Now, here's one that people my age, some of you may have bad memories associated with it, but I love it. It's cloves. Okay, so, and also cloves, a little bit goes a long way, but again, 1/8 of a teaspoon. Okay, now, the reason people may have bad memories is clove oil used to be used in dentists' offices. I think it helps sort of numb up the gum a little bit. But I really liked my childhood dentist, and I had a lot of dental work done, but I remember he always had this big box full of little prizes you could get. And anyway, I have good memories when I smell cloves. And then I've got cinnamon here. Kind of shake it up towards the top. And 1/8 of a teaspoon of cinnamon. Okay. Now, I like to keep my spices covered up and out of the light as much as possible so that they don't lose their potency. Okay, so here we've got all of our spices. I'll just kind of give them a mix up. All 4 different shades of brown and a little bit of a different texture for some of them, especially the nutmeg. Okay, and this is what I'm going to do. All right, hang on. Okay, maybe can we get closer here? No. All right, we'll do it like this. Okay, so, I better turn the heater on my machine. Okay, so I've got this nice and mixed up. It smells nice. Now, I might prefer more cinnamon coming through, but I'm just going to leave it like this for now, okay? Just for the sake of our experiment. And I'm going to take 1/8 of a teaspoon. We got a lot of pollen out here. Okay, 1/8 of a teaspoon. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the bottom. And I'm going to go ahead here, and I've got a Vienna Lungo capsule here. And I'm going to run it as a lungo. Okay, there we go. It doesn't take very long at all, does it? It's nice. Okay, and I'll give it a stir around. Now, I'm going to go ahead and try it black. But I'll probably end up adding a creamer to it. Nice and hot, huh? I'm not sure. Let me put a creamer in it because after all, I don't usually drink this black. So it's easier to make a decision about what I think about the flavor. There we go. Okay, try it again. Oh, gee, you know what? I feel like I'm getting several flavors at one time, which I should be, right? Now, all these spices are, excuse me, they're all related. They're all, they can be used in similar things. I'm thinking along the lines of, you know, holiday cakes and cookies. But, okay, cardamom and nutmeg and cloves and cinnamon, okay? Those are very common sort of Christmas time spices. Although these are also all used in foods too. You know, even in things like stews, so which you would consider more of a savory food. So these are spices that can go either way. But I wonder if I should add more to the coffee. I mean, it's good the way it is. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I am gonna do it. I'm gonna add another almost 1/8 of a teaspoon. Oh my gosh, I hope I'm not ruining it. Of course, I could always put another capsule in here, and then that would put it back to how it was, right? Oh, hey. Now, so I-U-Y. I do not know how to pronounce your name. I don't know. Forgive me for not pronouncing it right, but hey, thanks for joining us. And Jennifer, hey. And anyone else who's watching, thank you for joining me. I invite your comments, your suggestions about coffees, even suggestions about what I ought to try. So I will tell you that, well, let me taste this first. It made the spices stronger, but it's still good. I feel like it could use just a little sweetener. While I'm getting it, what I was going to say is, okay, if you make suggestions, I'll tell you right now, I do not like to add to my coffee all sorts of syrups and things that so overwhelm the flavor, the natural flavor of the coffee, and sweeten it up and everything, so that I could have used any kind of coffee and it wouldn't have mattered. I like to add subtle flavor that hopefully the coffee and whatever flavor I add, like these spices, go together so I can taste all of them. You know, like I'm not the sort of person that's going to get, you know, a chocolate, cinnamon, praline, you know, macchiato or something. I don't usually get the flavored drinks if I go to a Starbucks or a coffee shop. I usually just get the plain coffee, unless they have a very unusual flavoring combination that I've never tried. Okay, so I put in maybe 1/3 of a packet of Sweet and Low. It was better before the Sweet and Low. Oh my gosh. Oh, let me take a drink of water here. And you know, I'll try to not use a lot of plastic, but because I'd had back surgery and I like to use filtered water and I wasn't going to be able to lift the water pitcher after the surgery, I got, you know, like, what, 32 bottles or whatever it is of this kind of bottled water. And it turned out that by the time I got home, I could lift the pitcher, so I'm using these up. Okay, definitely have a frog in my throat. All right, what am I going to do with this? If I add another capsule, it probably will dilute the stuff out enough. Oh my gosh. I've got to stop doing this. I've got to stop the, you know, thinking that if a little is good, more is better. Lots of times less is better. Oh, dear me. Okay, maybe another creamer, just because when you add creamer to coffee, now, sometimes it really enhances what's in there, but it can also dull down some of the flavors, so I'm hoping that's what this is going to do. Yes, and sure enough, it dulls down some of the flavors. This is still good, but again, let me remind you that when something unfamiliar hits your taste buds, they kind of go, wait, what's going on? And because of the shock of it, you might need to try it several times to see if you really like it. Oh, I'm going to go now. Got this frog in my throat. Well, it is spring. I guess the frogs are starting to come out. But I'm going to go take some allergy medicine, and I'll talk to you soon, okay?